Hello and welcome to this matchday 17 of La Liga Smartbank from the Canary Island of Tenerife at the Eliodoro Rodríguez López Stadium. Club Deportivo Tenerife host Agrupación Deportiva Alcorcón. Both teams are fighting for totally different goals this season. The locals are fighting in playoff places, maybe even thinking about a direct promotion possibility, while the Alfarero side still sit at the bottom of the table and already have sacked 2 coaches this season, and Fran Fernandez is today leading his 4th game as coach of Alcorcón. Got the greeting of both teams. We've also seen the greeting of both coaches, Luis Miguel Ramos and Fran Fernandez, and now we go with the lineup of Tenerife with Juan Soriano in goal, right back for Melo, defensive centre-backs González and León, Muñoz on the left, midfield line with Mollejo, Sanz, Alexandre, Eladi, and in front we'll have Emmanuel and Enrique Gallego. Those are the men chosen by Luis Miguel Ramos. The differences with respect to the last game are the introduction of Melo, Sergio González and Nape instead of Moore, Sipchit and Hameli. The referee of the game will be Alejandro Quintero González. He'll be accompanied in the side by Víctor Jara Cordobés and Francisco García Lozano. The 4th official will be José Luis Guzmán Mansilla. And in the VAR room we'll have Daniel Ocona Raiz and Rubén Ábalos Barrera. Here's the lineup of the visiting side with Dani Jiménez in goal, Laure, David Fernández, Nico Gorosito and Carlos Belvis in the defensive line. Double midfield defender positions for Gorostidi and Zarfino. In the offensive midfield line, Juanma will be accompanied on the sides by Hugo Fraile and Juan Hernández. And in the front line, trying to get that ball in, is Marc Gual. So we just approaching 5:15 here in the Canary Islands, 1 hour behind respect to the peninsular time in Spain, and so we'll just be waiting for the signal given by Alejandro Quintero González to start the game. There it is, kickoff. Game starts, matchday 17. Tenerife versus Alcorcón. Both teams are, well, as we said, in very different fights. Tenerife are fighting at the top, and Alcorcón are still struggling even after the arrival of Fran Fernandez, although there's been some improvements in how the team is playing, but they're still last in the table of La Liga Smartbank with just 8 points. 9 points away of out of drop zone position. Alcorcón in black today, and Tenerife with their classic local kit in white and blue pant. So the resources that Luis Miguel Ramos has in the bench will be Dani Hernández as the goalkeeper, Pablo Larrea, Samuel Shashua, Carlos Pomares, Rubén Díez, Shaq Moore, Michel Herrero, Nicolás Sipchich, Etienne González, Víctor Méndez and Tierno Isigaya. On the other side, Fran Fernandez, who, as we said, is with his 4th game with Alcorcón, in his 2nd period as coach of the team. We'll soon review the resources as there's this attack close to the corner. Alcorcón were trying to get the ball through with Juan Hernández, and there's the coach we were just talking about, Fran Fernandez. In the 3 games he's had so far, leading. He lost the first against Girona. He managed to draw the second one against the direct rival Amorebieta. Was a 2-2 draw. And last week they lost to Eibar, who of course are a much stronger side as they stand second in the table. And there's the local side of the bench with Luis Miguel Ramos. And of course, forgot to say that Fran Fernandez is actually coming back to Tenerife. The current coach of Alcorcón was the coach of Tenerife at the start of the previous season, and he was sacked more or less at this stage in November after the results that he got were not the expected ones. So now Tenerife letting the ball go out. Enrique Gallegos on the ground after suffering a knock from an Alcorcón player by Ander Gorostidi in that jump. He hit the back of the neck or the back of the head of Enrique Gallego, the man from Barcelona. Mollejo trying to head it forward for Emmanuel. It's picked up. And Eladi received the foul. It's possession for Tenerife from a free kick. Foul committed by Laure there in the tackle on Eladi Zorrilla. Tenerife preparing the set piece. Ball goes forward, flies to the right. It's cleared initially. Alcorcón still having trouble to get it out. Juan Hernandez kicks it out, but it's possession for the locals again. Cross goes in directly to the hands of Dani Jimenez. So while in the lineup of Alcorcón, Fran Fernandez has introduced two changes in the starting 11. Ander Gorostidi, who we just saw a while ago, and Hugo Fraile. Interesting possibility now for Tenerife, and it's well covered by the defender of Alcorcón there. Not as well cleared though. Laure gets control of it and manages to force a throw in, still in the defensive area of Alcorcón. Gallego in the fight there. Referee says nothing happened. Still going on. And now the referee says there was a foul. And will in fact see the yellow card really early. Nico Gorosito, after just over 5 minutes, takes dubious honor of having the first yellow card of the game. That's very soon. And clearly it's a problem for Fran Fernandez, because there's plenty of the game left, and one of the centre backs has already been booked. And of course, Nico Gorosito was one of the men who already accumulated 4 yellow cards, so being this the 5th, he'll miss next week's game. Week Alcorcón are receiving the visit at home of Lugo, so Nico Gorosito will not be taking part in that game. Aitor Sanz ready to serve that ball. There's 2 men. Alex Corredera is also there. We'll see if it's Alexandre or Aitor Sanz. It's Corredera in the end. Takes it with his left foot. It's interesting. It's cleared by Gorosito, I think. And it goes out for a corner. He did receive quite a powerful knock by one of the Tenerife players trying to reach it. Went to the ground, but the ref understood that that was just going for a corner. Actually, the jump by Jose Leon could be quite painful for the centre-back of Alcorcón. Looks like, in fact, it might have been Sergio González who took the worst part of it. And now the referee stops the corner before it gets served. Problems there between a couple of players. And there's the dispute under Gorostidi. Sergio González having some misunderstanding with the Basque there. Now the referee does allow the corner. It's served by Corredera. Ball still in the area, flying above. It's cleared, and there's a foul by one of the two men that were involved previously. Sergio González clearly put his boot too high. It's a dangerous action. The referee sees it clearly, and it's just comfortably served from inside the box by Alcorcón. So far the numbers quite high, considering we just approached 9 minutes of the game. 6 fouls in total. Dani Jimenez, the goalkeeper, just calmly going forward. Gives it for Gorosito. Still Alcorcón slowly going out. They lost it now. Chance for Aitor Sant to go out. It is on the left side. Alex Muñoz. And in the midfield now is Eladi. Eladi has picked him up a foul. The referee saw that well. There was no progress in the action. Ball for Tenerife now. It's already in play. Leon goes forward with Aitor Sant. Back now for Sergio González to put it to the right. There's a ball lost now. Jeremy Melo. Ball for Alcorcón from a throw in. And now the mistake is committed by the visiting side. So it's a throw in the same position where Tenerife just lost it a couple of moments ago. Ball for the locals. Part of the crowd started cheering here at the Eliodoro Rodríguez López. Side playing now, going forward. That ball was not clear for who was going, and it was intercepted by Alcorcón. Now a chance to go out for the visitors. The counter-attack will die in the head of Victor Mollejo, and it's kept in for Tenerife. Be was trying to reach it. Ball divided, flying from one side to the other. No team are getting possession. What we could expect today is Alcorcón having it a bit more. Tenerife are a very direct side. They quickly go forward as soon as they get the ball. And it's true that Alcorcón have gained much more possession since the arrival of Fran Fernández, but not yet being effective in their possessions, which are not usually on the opposing field and not useful enough still to create those goals that get them out of the dangerous area of the table. Another ball too long. Lowry couldn't reach that in any possible way. Ball for Tenerife again. Manuel Ape fighting for that. Enrique Gallego was also trying to reach it. Ball is kept by Alcorcón. Back to the goalkeeper, Dani Jimenez. Does it again with no hurry. Decides what to do. Sends it to the left flank this side. Recovered. Good recovery for Tenerife now. And good interception on the other side by Gorosito. Alex Muñoz getting the help of Alex Corredera. And Tenerife keep possession, and the Eliodoro Rodriguez Lopez applaud to the consequence of that action. Keeping it in, still facing the pressure of the rivals. That's a long ball. We'll see if Jeremy Melot is able to keep it in. He's able to keep it from the end line, but not from possession for Tenerife, so it's Alcorcón who have to serve it. Manuel Ape trying to reach it with his head. Nobody did, not even him. Looked easy. Still for Tenerife, Eladi fighting for it. It's Laure who gets it for Alcorcón, and in the pressure by Eladi Zorrilla, a ball gets lost for a throw-in. Once again, Alcorcón trying to get it out right in front of head coach Fran Fernandez, who's actively giving instructions to his players. Gorostidi sending it forward. It's headed out. Now it's Hugo Fraile. Laure looking for a teammate there. It's headed out. It's in the feet of Hugo Fraile. Now Alcorcón were trying to make progress again. Good recovery. The pressure by Tenerife being very quick. As soon as Alcorcón make any kind of progress and get into the last third, Tenerife are being able to stop that in this first 15 minutes. So that's why, at the moment, this Club Deportivo Tenerife, Agrupación Deportiva Alcorcón, is still goalless. 0-0. Laure sending it. Now it's Mollejo for Tenerife moving in. Quick recovery, could be interesting for Alcorcón. The defender was quick there, Sergio González. Prevented the attack of Alcorcón of happening. And now Alex Corredera leads the attack for Tenerife. The former Barça Academy player sent it forward for Mollejo from the Academy of Atlético de Madrid. Good ball, goes directly on target. Victor Mollejo making Dani Jimenez have to clear that to a corner. Very interesting ball by who, as we were saying, is on loan from Atlético de Madrid. First looked like a long pass to someone, but the ball was actually going in direction of goal. Someone could have touched it first, or it could have just gone in. So Dani Jimenez did well to intervene. It's another corner now for Tenerife. Alex Corredera will be the one to serve it. With his left foot, looking for the middle of the area. It's headed out by Alcorcón, and there's also a foul in attack by Tenerife. So Alcorcón clear the danger of that action. Well, it's taken us 15 minutes to see some kind of dangerous action, some shot on target, and it's been by Víctor Mollejo. Dani Jimenez taking his time to serve that free kick. Looking for Laure. Laure heads it forward. Hugo Fraile was trying to fight that. Tenerife keep it out. Laure now cutting an interesting ball, being able to build up for his team as well. It's Juanma putting it for Marc Gual. Marc Gual has space to cross it. He did it low, and there's an intervention there by José León. Former Alcorcón player José León today. There's a few X's. We've also got, as we said, the coach Fran Fernandez is an ex-Tenerife coach, but also Gio Zarfino and Carlos Belvis, now at the lines of Alcorcón, used to play for the team from the Canary Islands. So first corner for Alcorcón, it's Hugo Fraile. Lifts his arm up to give the indication, looking for a teammate there. Ball is cleared, could be picked up. Juan Hernandez puts it back for the server of the corner, Hugo Fraile. Fraile puts a cross, pretty bad, but it's still being able to pick up by Gorostidi. But now Tenerife go out. Emmanuel Ape leading that. Puts it on the left, goes back for Ape. He's still making progress. Emmanuel Ape gets into the box. He's knocked down. The referee says there's no penalty there. The ref was pretty close, and I'm not sure. I think the foul was given, and we'll soon have to confirm if that was in or out the box. For the looks of it, I'd say it's still out. I'm sure that will be checked. We see the round there by Emmanuel, and it does look like the contact was actually outside, but right on the verge of the box. We'll clearly have to see if the VAR take a closer look to that. Of course, in the event as well, the right back, Laure Sanabria, took a yellow card, so it's the second one, and the second one for a defender of Alcorcón. Well, if there was some kind of doubt if this was a foul or a penalty, the ball is being served from 1 meter further back of the box, which is probably something positive for whoever kicks it for Tenerife. Looks like it'll be Eladi, looking for his 6th goal of the season. Scored 5 so far. Alex Corredera is also there. We'll see which of the two takes it, or it does have a look of an indirect free kick. Eladi, Alex Corredera. It's Eladi who sends it, and the wall heads it out. The players of Alcorcón forcing a corner there and resisting after that dangerous possibility for Tenerife to get the lead. The jump by Gio Zarfino managed to stop that ball from going into the goal defended by Dani Jimenez. Now it's Aitor Sanz who serves the corner. Aitor sends it long the other side. It's headed by Nico Gorosito and goes for a corner now from the right side. Now it's Alex Corredera. So we've seen a couple of different men serving the corners for Tenerife. Even on the same side, we've seen both midfielders, Aitor Sanz and Alexandre Corredera. Send it in. It's interesting They managed to clearly, as Sergio González was trying to get to it. Victor Mollejo could still pick it up, he keeps it in. Emmanuel Ape was heading that down. It's still Aladi in the box. Putting it back for the arrival of some teammate. It does arrive, and that's an interesting shot from a long distance. Tenerife now having a couple of approaches and ending it with this long shot, which, if our colleagues show us right, it was Jeremy Melot. We'll soon confirm it as we can see the replay. Yeah, there was, no, it was in fact the captain, it was Aitor Sanz. It went way wide. It's one of those kind of balls with which you're able to connect with. Unstoppable for the goalkeeper. Now Emmanuel Ape was trying to wait for the error of Gorosito, and there was another error, not the one he first expected. It's a useful position, and I think the calculations of how long the pitch was completely wrong, and Emmanuel Ape loses that ball. So we've gone over the equator of this first half. This match day 17 of La Liga Smartbank. It's Tenerife against Alcorcón, and still 0-0. It's now the visiting side who try to send the ball forward. Laude leading the attack. Gets the help of Juanma. Back to the right back. He was looking for the run of a teammate. Ball is still in play. And not anymore. It goes after a throw-in. Now we're playing with Juanma. Juanma looking for options. They forgot Stidi. It's well picked up now by Sergio González. Stidi gets to it again, but there's a foul. And the referee signals it. And Tenerife are able to play from their pitch still. Alex Muñoz puts that ball out because Marc Gual is on the ground. We'll see if there's some physical issue. The Catalan player there. At the moment, looks like he doesn't need the assistance of the medical team. The problem apparently is just a knock he received in that jump dispute with his rival there. Give that ball back, and it's Tenerife who play from the back. Juan Soriano still not being busy. Ladi picks it up. There it goes, Sergio González. Will direct it all the way left. Alex Muñoz now. And then across to the other side, Victor Mollejo was waiting for it. It's picked up by Aitor Sanz. Gives it to Jeremy Melot. Melot putting it back for Aitor Sanz, who was making the move there. His intentions were probably different of the final result, and in the hand of Dani Jimenez, the goalkeeper. And there's the replay of what we were looking for. It was actually a penalty or a free kick, and we clearly see that with the same technology of the offside, which we usually get from the VAR, we can know what point that was committed. Marc Gual putting it across. There was a teammate there. It was Juan Hernandez trying to reach the ball for Alcorcón. They still keep it the locals. Juan Soriano going out, but with not much convincement. Juan Soriano having to jump again from the outside shot there. Alcorcón create the first bit of danger we've seen so far. The 26 minutes. First there was a cross by Marc Gual, who well, the ball was not reached by Juan Hernandez. And here Juan Soriano does it rather bad. The end shot by Gio Zarfino was not good, but it almost surprises Juan Soriano, who was clearly misplaced there. Now the foul stops the attack of Tenerife because Emmanuel Ape jumped illegally, apparently, in the dispute with Gio Zarfino. There's the replay where the referee understood that the use of the hands there was not according to the rules. Gorosito under the pressure of Ape has to get the help of a teammate there. Finally, it's Tenerife who will get a throw in after forcing their pressure on Alcorcón. Sergio González playing back with Juan Soriano. Goalkeeper having time to think, getting the help right from the midfield of Alex Corredera. No possibility now. Alcorcón recover it. The build-up of the play was really bad. It's controlled by Aitor Sanz. Back for Sergio. Now it's Corredera. José León. José León sends it forward for Emmanuel Ape. It's interesting. Puts it headed back. Enrique Gallego still alive for Tenerife. The attack didn't work out as they expected. Victor Mollejo tries it. That ball was easier for Dani Jimenez than the previous attempt by Victor Mollejo. This one, I don't think even went on target. Dani Jimenez now sends it forward. Enrique Gallego was pressing on that. Laure fighting it for it with Eladi, and Eladi forces the handball by Laure there, and the right back of Alcorcón disagreeing with the ref. According to him, there was a previous push by the player of Tenerife, but that's not what the ref understood. Ball for Tenerife now. Canary side moving it, changing to the right route now. Aitor still waiting for the right run. Alex Muñoz puts it for Ape, and Manu Ape in offside. Tenerife lose possession. There it is once again, and the Nigerian was clearly one step ahead of any defender of Alcorcón. Well, if this was the final result at this point, Tenerife would actually end third. It would not be useful for Alcorcón though. They'd still sit at the bottom of the table. Potentially with this draw, they'd end the match day with 9 points. Eladi trying to go forward. Aitor Sanz gets the rebound and allows Emmanuel Ape to go for the run. It's controlled by the Nigerian there. He gets the space in front of him to think. Good change of direction, looking for Victor Mollejo. The defender of Alcorcón will quick there to stop that. And now chance for a counter-attack for Alcorcón. Going out, good move now. Just the intention of the pass. Could not find anyone. The move by Hugo Fraile there. Jose Leon going with the conduction forward, sending it very long for the run of his teammate there, the Frenchman Jeremy Melo. Close to the corner now, trying to get positioned, still gets into the box but doesn't get through the defender of Alcorcón. Chance for the visitors to go out, and it's quickly cleared. Melo again, playing with Corredera. Alexandre Corredera sent it for Emmanuel Ape. Now he's not in offside. He's inside the box, but still far from getting any direction. Victor Mollejo puts the cross, reaches the other side. And Alex Muñoz almost surprised Tenerife there, arriving from the left back's position. The cross by Victor Mollejo had a couple of candidates inside the box, and in the end, almost the last one was the one able to connect with it. Probably the clearest was Eladi, but Victor Mollejo couldn't send it for him. And Alex Muñoz probably didn't believe it enough, because the ball just bounced in between his legs there. Zarfino trying to send it forward. Still Tenerife defenders strong there to stop any possible advance by Alcorcón. Good recovery now of Tenerife. The referee lets play go on. It's Elade leading it. Gorostidi deciding to go right, but Laure Sanabria was not there. Ball for Tenerife. Quite a slow game at the moment. No one really getting into the right penetration to try and go forward. Alcorcón clearly struggling. And Tenerife, it's probably not the best game we've seen of them this season for sure. We expected a bit more from the men of Luis Miguel Ramos. We'll see if they can make any progress, because a victory would be rather useful for them against a rival of the low area of the table, against whom many teams take points. They should be doing the same if they want to fight at the top. Alex Muñoz heading the ball out, and it's Laure who will serve it for a throw-in. There he is again, Laure Sanabria putting the cross, and the rebound goes in advantage of Gio Zarfino, trying to get it in the front line. Now it's Tenerife with the possibility to go out, well blocked by the Alcorcón players, and it's a very clear foul there by Carlos Belvis. Nothing to argue there, but he managed to stop the progress of the attack of Tenerife. Corredera for Alex Muñoz. All the way back to the defenders now, starting from the back line of the formation of Tenerife now. Victor Mollejo, and there's a foul now, and another yellow card. This one is for Gio Zarfino, as Victor Mollejo was trying to escape from the Uruguayan. So it's already 3 yellow cards, the 3 of them for players of Alcorcón. Nothing to argue there in terms of the card. The player from the Atletico Academy who was escaping there, and the Uruguayan went for the easy resource of pulling from the shirt. We see the statistic there. It keeps on being a game with quite a few interruptions, 16 fouls in total. And there's the statistic we were also reviewing a moment ago. 3 yellow cards, 3 for Alcorcón. The 2 usual suspects again to kill the free kick there. Aitor Sanz and Alex Corredera. It's Corredera, hits the wall. Now Alcorcón trying to go out, not with much convincement though. There's only he was trying to go for the run. Juanma Bravo is not happy with that one. Says he was being pulled of the shirt. And of course, if that just happens a minute after you've been accused of the same, you feel the frustration in the decisions of the ref. But it's not the case. Tenerife play on. Was trying to reach that. Defenders of Alcorcón keep it out. Carlos Belbis finding Hugo Fraile. Good control. Gets the help of a teammate. That ball was trying to get through to Marc Wall. It's recovered by Eladi. The help of his teammate now sent it forward. Victor Mollejo puts a good header. It could have been a pass. It just stayed further back. The headed effort by Victor Mollejo looking for Enrique Gallego. Goalkeeper Dani Jimenez got to it first. There's the ball. The way Victor Mollejo sees the space, even before fighting for the ball, it's really, really good. Just the finishing touch was not good enough to convert it into an assist for Enrique Gallego. Marc Wall now for Alcorcón. Very good pass. The ball gets cleared again. He was looking for his teammate there, Gio Darvino. Another corner for Alcorcón. Another one from the right side. We'll see if Alcorcón are able to make use of set pieces, because in terms of the build-up of the game, they're not being able to create much at the moment. Juan Hernandez looking for possible headers there. Juan Soriano going out again. And it's a possibility of a counter-attack for the Canary side. Emmanuel Ape going for the run on the right side. And there's a mistake there, I think, by the defender. He had space to reach the ball and he ended up converting it into a foul. A bit sloppy there. Hugo Fraile went to the ground, probably with the right timing, but he just missed for a inch there, hitting the ball. And of course, as he intersected in the route of Emmanuel Ape, the Nigerian went to the ground and it was a very clear foul. And a very clear yellow card. So another one. There's the corner. We've seen Juan Soriano struggle again as he goes out to cover crosses. He had an issue, I can't remember if it was around 10 minutes ago or so. Tenerife playing it in. It's kept out. And there's a foul in the dispute of the ball. One of the players of Tenerife, I think Victor Mollejo, lifted up his arm too much, not to the taste of referee Alejandro Quintero González. So it's the ball for Alcorcón. Laure heading it forward, looking to make progress. It's cleared by the defender of Tenerife. Now Alcorcón forcing themselves into a throw-in the bad control there by Juanma Bravo. Laure has to put patience. Ball is intercepted by Aitor Sanz and picked up by Victor Mollejo. Good move now for Eladi Zorrilla. Eladi Zorrilla thinking the options there. Didn't quite take the right decision. It's cleared now by the defenders of Alcorcón. Margual trying to build it up with the help of Hugo Fraile. Fraile on the pressure. Juanma. And Hugo Fraile thinking that ball was going out. It wasn't. And he stopped the run probably earlier than he should have. It's recovered by Tenerife now. Just under 3 minutes left of regulamentary time in this first half. We'll see if there's actually any time added. Just had brief interruptions, but the game has gone on quite fluidly. Aitor Sanz putting it for Frenchman Jeremy Melo. Controlled there by the right back in attacking position. Tries to create himself space for a cross. Looking for Enrique Gallego there, but Dani Jimenez went to the jump. The goalkeeper of Alcorcón gets hold of the ball. Laure Sanabria. Bring it back. Gorosito. And Alcorcón changing the route there. Not much space being used up front. Alcorcón just making use of it at the back, but there's no routes opening up for them to go forward. They decide to play it left. Dispute ends in a throw-in for Alcorcón. Just under a minute left. Alcorcón playing from the back, and in the attempt by Gorostidi there, nothing worked out, so it's a ball for Juan Soriano for a goal kick for Tenerife. Sergio with goalkeeper Juan Soriano as we approach the end of this first half. Back for Sergio González now. He does go forward this time. Stops once. Puts it for Alex Corredera. Now José León. Aitor Sanz. Back to Corredera again. Looking for one last action. We'll soon know if this ends here or if there's any stoppage time. Good move now by Victor Mollejo. Puts it for Jeremy Melo. It's picked up by Eladi, who had a chance to shoot it from the front line. The ball went too high. No possibility there to cause any trouble for goalkeeper Dani Jimenez. So with 1 minute being added in this first half, this is about to end. And we do hope it improves in the second half, because there's just been one shot on target in this first half. The attempt by Victor Mollejo earlier on from a long distance. But neither of the two teams have been able to create much interesting danger, and the elaboration of one and the others is being quite poor. Tenerife had a bit more of it. Alcorcón have not made good use of possession. Now there's a couple of actions that annoy people there, but I think Alejandro Quintero González has had enough of it. It's time to go to the dressing room. Both teams must replan their strategies and decide what way they want to face the last 45 minutes to try and put some movement in the scoreboard, because at the moment at the Eliodoro Rodríguez López in this match day 17, Tenerife against Alcorcón, we've still got a 0-0. We'll see if in the second half we can see something better. See you in a while. Back now from the Eliodoro Rodríguez López Stadium in Tenerife for this matchday 17 game in La Liga Smartbank. Tenerife are receiving the visit of Alcorcón. So far the first half has been rather an insipid game of football, and we hope to see some improvement in both sides in these final 45 minutes. In the first period, while the local side had a bit more of the control of the possession and maybe approaches, but with little danger. Just a shot by Victor Mollejo, that's been the only attempt on target, but also Alex Muñoz had the chance to complete a cross from Mollejo himself. He couldn't quite connect with it. On the visiting side, well, we've seen a chance by Gio Zarfino, who put a shot from outside the box after some confusion in the area, defended by Juan Soriano, and that was the only reason that might have put nervous the goalkeeper of Tenerife. We'll see what movements these two men in charge of both teams, Luis Miguel Ramos and Fran Fernandez, have prepared us for this second half to try and attack and aim for taking the 3 points today. At the moment we've got this goalless draw, and we've had the second half start now at the signal of referee Alejandro Quintero González. Alcorcón getting ready for a throw in there. And it will be a long one. Trying to go in. It's Gorosito making it longer. It's Gorostidi now who tries it from a long distance, and well, Alcorcón showing that they want to do something more in the second half. Shot from the front line there by the Basque midfielder of Alcorcón. Well, that's the assistance today. 11,796 fans at the Eliodoro Rodríguez López Stadium. That's how much people are here in the Canary Islands enjoying this football match. Now Enrique Gallego was trying to get through. The referee told him he had committed a foul on Nicolás Gorosito, so no attack at the moment for Tenerife. Laura jumping for that. It's controlled by Eladi. Turning around, putting it for Aitor Sanz. Good recovery now by Juanma Bravo. He could go for the run, and it's corrected by Aitor Sanz himself. The captain solving the situation he had created with his mistake in that horizontal pass, which was easily intercepted by Juanma. Helping to maintain possession there, and Tenerife going all the way back to start again. Good run now. Victor Mollejo could get to it. It's not well cleared by the defender. Mollejo still fighting for it now. Alcorcón managed to get it out. Aitor Sanz picking it up, giving it under right for Melo. Back to Sanz again. José León puts it back for Sergio González, and now Tenerife starting right from the back. Already now in the opposing pitch, with all men of Alcorcón still waiting for it. Sergio González looking for the run of the left winger there. Ball's too long. see if Luis Miguel Ramos has soon in mind to make some substitution. There's been no change in this half time. We could have expected something, some movement in the bench in this period of rest we've had, but I'm sure we'll soon be seeing some substitution taken either by Luis Miguel Ramos or Fran Fernandez. Melo putting it for Mollejo. Melo going to the ground, but the possession is still for Tenerife. Aitor keeping it well for Sergio González now, making progress. The centre back has the chance to send a diagonal ball. It's cleared out by Alcorcón. Hugo Fraile trying to connect with Marc Gual. Marc Gual under a lot of pressure. Alcorcón are able to keep it, and the ref doesn't understand it as an advantage, so the foul is given. And Marc Gual was asking the ref that probably the dispute that deserved a yellow card for him being hit in the face. It's not been it. There's 4 yellow cards in this game, and all 4 are for the visiting side, with Nico Gorosito, Laure, Zarfino and Hugo Fraile. In fact, Nico Gorosito is one of the men who were just on the verge of suspension, and he'll be missing next week's game against Lugo. Also, there's 2 other men in the same situation for Alcorcón. If they see a yellow card today, both of them are on the bench, though. Juan Aguilera and Antonio Moyano. On the side of Tenerife, there are a few candidates more to missing next week's game against Real Sociedad B. It's Alex Muñoz, Aitor Sanz and Victor Mollejo. These are the men that, if are shown a yellow card today, won't be playing next week. As we were saying, Tenerife playing again at home against Real Sociedad B on Sunday. And Alcorcón will play the opening game of matchday 18 in La Liga Smartbank. They'll be facing Lugo on Friday. Dani Jimenez, the goalkeeper, playing it right from the back, sending it long. Ball trying to be elongated by Zarfino, but it ends in the feet of the Uruguayan the same way. Alcorcón building up the triangle with the help of Laure. Laure trying to get through, very difficult job. Alex Muñoz gets rid of it, and there's actually a rebound, so Tenerife managed to keep possession with that throw-in. Ball still not going far from where it was. Another throw-in. We were seeing the options there of Fran Fernandez. We saw Chisco warming up. We'll see if he can bring some fresh spark into this game. It's Tenerife moving the ball. Alex Muñoz going for the run on the left flank, getting the help of the winger. Going back now. Alex Corredera. Now change of direction. Send back Sergio González, who has it. Puts it for the right back, Jeremy Melo. Playing with Mollejo. Again for Melo. Now he connects with Emmanuel Ape. Aitor Sanz. Aitor Sanz sees an interesting arrival, and it could be a dangerous chance. El Hadi was waiting for that cross by Alex Muñoz, and he just waited a bit too much. If that first touch cross had been expected by El Hadi Zorrilla, or it would have been maybe just a bit softer, we could be talking about the first goal. Good move by Tenerife, certainly one of the best we've seen throughout the whole game. Aitor Sanz seeing the arrival there of Alex Muñoz in a very interesting way, but no goal at the moment. So Tenerife just getting the support of the fans a bit more after that interesting chance. Close, but no cigar. Sergio González puts it long. Interesting move now, controlled by Jeremy Melot, who directly tries to put the cross. Emmanuel Ape picking up the ball inside the box. Almost 55 minutes of the game it's taken for this to find the first goal, and it had to come from a defensive mistake. The build-up by Tenerife was rather good. The cross by Jeremy Melot was not bad at all, but the mistake by the Alcorcón defender there, not clearing that ball and actually putting control of it, allowed Manu Ape to score the first goal of the game in this match day 17 of La Liga Smartbank. Tenerife get the lead against Alcorcón. Emmanuel Ape scoring. We'll see it again there. Could have been a close call for offside. I think Jeremy Melot is in the right position. And the drop to the ground there of David Fernandez is more a favor than a problem for Emmanuel Ape. Picking up that ball and shooting it immediately as he got there. Impossible for goalkeeper Dani Jimenez. It was too late already. Well, Chisco has come in, and also another substitution. Abdel Al-Badawi will soon confirm who wants to come off, but clearly Fran Fernandez has decided that this is enough. With the goal down, Juanma Bravo leaving the pitch. Abdel Al-Badawi. And Chisco is also coming in. Chisco Jimenez. Well, it took long, but we've seen a first goal, and we'll see how this changes the development of the events here. Now it's Laure moving it for Alcorcón. Around with Gorostidi. For Gorosito now. And Alcorcón going all the way back. It's the first goal of the season for Emmanuel Ape. First goal for Tenerife. Margual. And with Ander Gorostidi going right now with Laure. Laure, he had the option of Hugo Fraile. He makes use of it. That cross going in is cleared out by Sergio González. And momentarily the attack will stop. We've got a confirmation there of the offside. And it was much better position than I thought. Jeremy Melot was far from being an offside. More than legal. Ball going into the box. It's elongated by Gorosito, but it's Juan Soriano who goes out for it. And in the clash there with Chisco, no trouble. Friendly handshake. On goes on. Tenerife are also preparing substitutions. Juan Soriano playing with Sergio. Sergio has no other option than going forward in front of the pressure of the opponents. Jeremy Melot. Now the ball goes out. It's another throw-in for Tenerife. Well, there's a substitution now at Tenerife. And it's no other than Manu Ape, the Nigerian, after scoring the goal that's given the lead to his team, leaves the pitch, gives his spot to Ruben Diaz. First goal of the Nigerian this season, and being congratulated by all of his teammates. And now a chance for someone else to take that responsibility. Victor Mollejo trying to show his individual skill there. Didn't quite work out. And this is the man who came in for Ape, Ruben Diaz. Ball in the feet of Dani Jimenez. And Tenerife get hold of it. Could be interesting. The space for them to work. Eladi covered by 3 men of Alcorcón. He loses it, though he's still on the ground in pain. Alcorcón going out with Laure, the captain, going for the run, trying to put a good cross there, looking for Chisco. The ball is cleared by the defenders of Tenerife. Corredera gets the help of Aitor Sanz. These two always connecting with each other in the midfield. Now Corredera has plenty of space in front, asking for teammates to assist him. And in this case, it's Jeremy Melo. Back to Corredera now. Now it's Jose Leon turning around. Tenerife making good use of possession now with the result in their favor. Ruben Diaz goes for the run in that pass by Jeremy Melo. He could get control of it, and goalkeeper Dani Jimenez for Alcorcón being quicker than the man who just came in from the bench. Could have almost converted one of his first touches to something really good for the team. Alcorcón trying to go out now. Chisco puts it long. Abdel Al-Badawi was trying to go for it. Antonio playing with his feet. Still Alcorcón trying to stop the progress there. It's Tenerife. And finally the progress is stopped. Alcorcón get hold of it. And for Tenerife now, going forward, it's Eladi, who's trying to be tackled. The opponents didn't get to him, and it's caught, and it's Nico Gorosito who goes out with decision. Al-Badawi putting it for Margual. Margual has space to shoot, and he does, but it's wide to the left. Juan Soriano going to the ground to try and prevent that from going in, and the shot by Margual from outside the box. Second time he's tried this in the second half of the game. Once again, it doesn't go on target. First proof of a response by Alcorcón after that goal by Tenerife comes from one of the men who were already on the pitch, but it was first assisted by Abdel Al-Badawi, who come in right after the goal. Lowry covering that ball well, gains possession from a throw-in. Tarfino. Once again, another throw-in right in the middle of the field. Now Tenerife regaining possession. No hurry Sorry for the Canarians now. After what we've seen in today's game, it did look like one of those where probably the first to score would be the one to take the 3 points. Still plenty of time left. 95 minutes and whatever is added by the referee. But at the moment, Tenerife are where they want it. This would allow them to stay up at the table in the places where they want to be fighting in. With this current result, they get 30 points, and that would mean that they stand third, right behind Almeria and Eibar. Almeria, of course, having a brilliant season. 40 points, that means they'd be 10 points ahead of Tenerife, but Eibar would be just 2 points ahead, so the best side are the ones to chase. If Tenerife want to get back to La Liga Santander, Eibar, of course, want to get back immediately after relegating last year. Oh, Tenerife going out with a higher pace. Plenty of options for Eladi now. He's covered by Hugo Fraile. Has to wait for the arrival of some teammate. He's keeping possession at the moment. Crossed almost the whole width of the pitch, keeping possession, but gives it for Jeremy Melo, and the attack does die there. Now Juan, it's Sergio González sending it for Víctor Mollejo. Mollejo puts it for the arrival of Rubén Díez. Díez puts the cross. He was looking for Enrique Gallego there. The man from Bonpastor not having many options today. He's trying to connect with that cross. Now it's Alcorcón who go out with Laure. Bit of a confusion there between Chisco and Margual, and they lose the ball, give it back to the local side. Enrique Gallego was going for the run there, try his teammate, see if he could find him. Tenerife is still building right from the back. Rubén Díez getting that ball, but Jeremy Melo was not able to bring it down. It's Alcorcón now. Another substitution. Luis Miguel Ramos has Michel Herrero ready to come in. The former player of Real Valladolid in La Liga Santander in the years where Valladolid were in the first division. So now the news are confirmed. Eladi Zorrilla leaves the pitch, applauded by the whole of the 11,000 people that are at the Heliodoro Rodríguez López today. After definitely a good effort, and as always, good individual moves by Eladi Zorrilla. He gives his place to Michel Herrero, who we can understand will bring a bit more of stability in the midfield. We'll see exactly what his placing, but together with Alex Corredera and Aitor Sanz, they can probably make those possessions longer and more effective. Enrique Gallego picks that ball up, puts it for the run of Mitchell. Mitchell trying to send it to the other side, and that almost converts into danger. The deflection by the centre back there almost caught Dani Jimenez out of position. Well, it would have been absolute disgrace for David Fernandez if that ball had to go in. He already controlled or stopped the ball, which was picked up by Emmanuel Ape to score the first and at the moment only goal of this game. Corner for Tenerife. If I've not lost count, this is the first one of the second half. Ruben Diaz is the one to serve it. Puts it close to the end. It's cleared out by Chisco. Now Mitchell again trying to put it across. Now this one is headed out by Gorosito. Ball still in, danger. Now it's out. Tenerife trying to get the second play. Mollejo, good control even if it was not on purpose, but Enrique Gallego was not able to get through David Fernandez. Very good control now by Victor Mollejo, the man on loan from Atlético de Madrid. If we get the chance to see a replay of that, I'd like to see if that was voluntary or not. Now there's a foul right in front of the fourth official, and the man we were talking about, Victor Mollejo, clearly doesn't agree with it. Foul on Carlos Belvis, and Alcorcón have already put in play. Fraile, and now very clearly he is victim of a foul. Alcorcón will have the chance to serve a free kick from the right side. Alexandre Corredera arguing that decision of the ref, but I think it's quite clear from what we can see here in the replay that he just arrived a bit too late. 20 minutes left. Tenerife still leading thanks to the goal by Emmanuel Ape after 55 minutes. He was able to get the breakthrough. We'll see if Alcorcón can get close to what they want, which at the moment is an equalizing goal. Cross goes in. It's quite well placed. Juan Soriano now punching it well. This time he did it. El Badawi trying to find some space, and that ball is wide. Far attempt now by Abdel Al Badawi. No danger, at least not immediately, for the goal defended by Juan Soriano. There's been another substitution at Alcorcón. Antonio Moyano has come in, and the man to leave the pitch was Hugo Fraile. So one of the men who were booked in today's game leaves his place to Antonio Moyano, who will remind you, if he is booked, will miss next week's game against Lugo. Soriano getting rid of that ball, goes directly out. It's a throw in for Alcorcón. Goalkeeper apologizing for the bad pass. Moyano putting that ball for Marc Gual. The control by Gual was a bit too long. Chance for Corredera to build it up for Tenerife. Trying to connect with Mollejo there. The connection didn't work out. Chance for Carlos Belvis to put it across. It's picked up, and it's a dangerous chance. One of the few we've seen for Alcorcón. And in fact, Gio Zarfino had already had the clearest one in the first half, and this cross almost turns into something more dangerous. The connection with the ball was not quite right. The ball left the pitch above the crossbar. Fran Fernandez worried in his 4th game directing Alcorcón that they are still far from reaching their goals of leaving the relegation spots of La Liga Smartbank. There's a yellow card now for Michel Herrero, who came in the second half, and he's been booked for that foul, and this is the first yellow card for Tenerife still. There's the replay of what caused the yellow card, and of course something that's being sanctioned a lot this year. Those arms and elbows when they jump for the ball. Well, as we were saying, Fran Fernandez has not yet been able to win with Alcorcón. Just a draw so far against Amorebieta. Far rather now the times of Jorge Romero and Juan Antonio Anquela, the 2 previous coaches Alcorcón have had this season. But it's probably showing off that it's not just a matter of who's in charge of the squad. It'll be interesting to see who Alcorcón might be calling this winter transfer window, because if they're not able to get points soon, it's rather difficult that they can keep fighting for the rest of the season. Gorosito recovers the ball now from the feet of Michel Herrero. It looked like an interesting action for Tenerife, but Alcorcón were able to stop it well. Carlos Belvis playing that ball for Albadawi. Albadawi was looking back at the moment he precisely put the pass. It's recovered by Tenerife now. Aitor Sanz. That's the help of Sergio González. Sergio González's ball doesn't go anywhere, but now it goes to the feet of Tenerife player. And now Victor Mollejo, I think, is pretty convinced that when he went to the ground it was a foul. It wasn't given that way. It'll be a throw-in anyway for Tenerife. Ball intercepted now by Alcorcón. Antonio Moyano is going for the run himself now after that pass. Moyano reaching an interesting area, putting it across directly. Probably no teammate there, and just making sure that he got it out. It was Jeremy Melo. Alcorcón with the intention of playing that throw-in long to try and send it directly into the box. And there's a foul in the jump there by Gorosito. He committed a foul on the defending player of Tenerife. Ball for the locals now. There it is again. It was Aitor Sanz who received the push of Nicolás Gorosito. Badawi trying to get hold of it. In the end, he forces a throw-in for his team. Gorostidi opens it now for Laure, the captain of Alcorcón, with intention now going forward. It's interesting, it's Chisco who picks it up inside the box for Alcorcón. trying to make the move, and well, it ends in a corner for the visiting side. It was a good action. Chisco had quite a lot of space inside the box, and the intention of the move was not completely wrong, but the defender of Tenerife read well his intentions. Now it's a corner. It will be served by Abdel Al-Badawi. Puts that cross, looking for a teammate there. Ball goes all the way through the box. Picked up on the other side. Carlos Belvis, who was trying to put the shot, will serve the throw in himself. Fran Fernandez asking for some calm to his men. And I'm sure with just these 10 minutes left, Alcorcón will be hoping for a draw at least. And Tenerife would do well to resist as they are and make use of any chance in which they can kill it. Carlos Belvis now ready to put the throw in. It'll be long once again. Quite strong looking, almost into the box. Marc Gual trying to catch it. Clearly does it very bad, but the rebound goes to the feet of Al-Badawi. Al-Badawi putting it for Laure's arrival. The right back making a mess with the ball. He loses it. Corredera picks it up for Tenerife. Still not able to get out. And as Corredera was trying to force that contact of the ball with Laure, he manages to get a throw in, and Tenerife gets some calm to build up right from the back. Good move now. It's Tenerife who go on the run. Jeremy Melo arrives from the right back position. He puts the cross directly. It's well cleared by the defenders of Alcorcón, because there was 3 men of Tenerife trying to reach that cross by the right back. Now it's Marc Gual. It's the cross, but it's deflected. It's a corner for Alcorcón. Yet another one. And Alcorcón have the chances now coming from a set piece. Let's see if they're able to create more danger than in the previous ones. Ready to serve it is Abdel Al-Badawi. The numbers in terms of the corner are quite similar. 5 for the locals and 4 for the visiting side, being this the 4th one. Referee Quintero González still having a chat before he allows the serve of that corner. There's actually a hug there between Aitor Sanz and Chisco. Al-Badawi putting it, and it's quite dangerous. It's still in. Bit of a mess there. Plenty of rebounds. No clear owner of the ball, and in the end, Juan Soriano catching that effort. There's at least 2 possibilities to make contact with the ball. And in the end, if I'm not mistaken, it was Antonio Moyano putting that last header, which was on target but was soft enough for Juan Soriano to see the direction of it. Michel Melo, 1-2 now between the right back and the midfielder. Now Melo goes for the run. Sees Victor Mollejo fighting for it. It's Victor Mollejo. He drops to the ground, and in frustration, because he clearly thinks that he was victim of a foul, and there were 2 men of Tenerife on the ground, but no foul was awarded, and Eliodoro Rodriguez Lopez manifests their disagreement with the decisions of the ref there. Now Juan Soriano will send it out directly. so the players can be attended in their needs. First one did look as a potential foul. This last one, if my opinion has any value, I'll just say I think it probably wasn't a foul. So Alejandro Quintero González taking the right decision. Jeremy Melo, well, we can see clearly that something hit him in a painful area. There's been someone sent off in the bench of Tenerife. Not quite sure who. Probably one of the staff members of Luis Miguel Ramos. A lot of stops now. This pause is very long. And Jose Leon struggling with some issues. And for the signals that his teammate was doing to the bench, I guess he'll be the substituted man. We'll confirm it soon as Pablo Larrea is ready to come in. First, Alcorcón will have a few substitutions. David Fernandez leaves the pitch and Carlos Hernandez takes his place. We'll soon confirm which were the others. And also Tenerife are ready for one. So it was Ander Gorostidi who left the pitch. And Raúl Asencio, the one to take it. So it's more offensive power for Fran Fernandez. All that he has in the bench. Trying to make use of these last 4 minutes and whatever stoppage time is given to score an equalising goal. Now this could be the chance for Alcorcón, catching an interesting ball. Chisco gives it for Moyano. Antonio Moyano has the chance to shoot, putting it back for Chisco, and the ball was just left behind. The two men that had come in the second half had the chance, probably the best one they can get, much better than they could dream of, and the communication was bad there between Antonio Moyano and Francisco Jiménez. Fran Fernandez possibly really frustrated that that chance was thrown away, because it was a big mistake by the defenders of Tenerife. Chisco, the first move is good, and I think Antonio Moyano just has one extra control than he should, trying to put it back. He even had a couple of options behind him. Well, I'm sure the fans of Alcorcón who've come here or are watching anywhere from their TV will be annoyed that that happened, because that was the best chance you could get with only 3 minutes remaining now. Also Sergio González of Tenerife struggling with issues, and well, there's many substitutions ready to come in. I see Nicolas Sipcic there, Carlos Pomares, and if I have to trust what I'd seen previously, it's possibly Pablo Larrea. The fans at the Eliodoro Rodríguez López cheering Tenerife to resist in these 2 minutes. The left, Tenerife have just got to hold on to take the 3 points. The corner is served by Alcorcón. Juan Soriano punching it out. Laure staying as last man for Alcorcón. Now it's all or nothing for the team from the Madrid region. Laure is stopping that ball from going back. Marc Gual on the pressure. Send it to the other side.
It's fought, and he could go for it as Moyano, but the foul is awarded for the defending side there in the jump by Raúl Asencio. The referee Alejandro Quintero González has not let any of these actions pass in this game, and we'll see it again. But the moment Raúl Asencio puts his arm on the neck of Alex Muñoz, the decision of the ref is pretty clear. Well, the first one to come in is Carlos Pomares. Also Pablo Larrea, who will take the place of Alex Corredera. And there's Nikola Sipčić, who we'll see who he takes the place of. There is José León. Well, Pomares, Pablo Larrea and Nikola Sipčić will be able to enjoy whatever stoppage time is given. We've already gone above the 90th minute, and soon the fourth official will be lifting up the luminous board to show us how many minutes we get. 5 minutes. So we'll go up to the 95th minute at least in this Tenerife Alcorcón, and Tenerife are just 4 minutes away now from making the 3-point stay here at the Heliodoro Rodríguez López Stadium. Looking for Enrique Gallego. Gorosito clears it out, and Gorosito has played the whole game. If I remember it well, his yellow card was shown in the 5th minute for a centre back to hold on throughout the whole game without getting a second yellow. Pretty valuable, although remember he will be missing next game. Moyano opening that ball for Al-Badawi. Clearing it out to Mitchell now. And now this is the possibility to close it for Tenerife. Going in the run. Mitchell is on his own and he goes for the shot, and it's a brilliant save by Dani Jimenez, who gives his team a couple of minutes more of life. Mitchell Herrero had it all in his favor to close that 1-on-1, to put the 2-0 in the scoreboard. Had to cross the whole pitch. Laure was chasing behind. The control probably opened his position too much, and he'll certainly be hoping that he doesn't lament this chance any more than he is already doing, because he's just given Alcorcón 2 minutes more of life in this game and the chance to equalize. If not, that would have been it. Rubén Díaz playing with Víctor Mollejo, intelligently now holding the ball to gain time in the corner. Puts it back again for Rubén Díaz. Mitchell, Mollejo again. Mollejo trying the trick there, not working effectively. Alcorcón trying to get out still. Now ball is sent up by Nikola Sipčić. Alcorcón trying to get hold of it. Sipčić again. And there's a foul in favor of Tenerife in the dispute of the ball in those various bounces there's been. It was Chisco landing on the face of Aitor Sanz. So now we do go in to what in theory should be the last minute. Alex Munoz will serve that ball long, looking for Victor Mollejo. Mollejo's header goes to no one except for goalkeeper Dani Jimenez. And it's now or never. Dani Jimenez sending it forward. Very difficult to control that ball. Now it's Mitchell who gets it. Puts it for Enrique Gallego. Gallego was not able to get through Gorosito. Clearly not Enrique Gallego's best day. Gorosito did good to resist there. Alcorcón going for the run. Now it's responsibility of the defenders of Tenerife of holding on. Tenerife have had a couple of chances to close it, and they've not done so. Which a team at their position, especially considering where Alcorcón sit at the bottom of the table, could have been. They didn't close it, but they get the 3 points. Referee Alejandro Quintero González signals the end of it. The goal by Emanuel Ape in the 55th minute served the team of Luis Miguel Ramos to take the 3 points. In the day, this man, Fran Fernandez, was back as coach of a visiting side to Tenerife. First half didn't have much activity going on. This second one did have a bit more. And this is the end of this matchday 17 game in La Liga Smartbank from the Eliodoro Rodríguez López. Tenerife take the win. Thank you for being on the other side.